Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how is it going? I hope you are well and blessings. Okay, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ayue Lestari. I from TBI 5D. In this section, I as a third speaker. And I want to talk to you about the summative assessment. In this section, there are 3 points of summative assessment that I want to talk to you. Okay, the first point is definition of summative assessment, and then the second one is the characteristics of summative assessment, and then the last one is about planning summative assessment. So the first point is definition of summative assessment. Summative assessments are used primarily to document student performance. It is assessment of learning. Summative assessments are used to monitor and record student proficiency, and then to give student grades, to report to parents, for selection into special programs, for conferring of honors, for establishing a record of performance used by college for admission and hiring by employers, accountability, and recently as evidence of student learning to evaluate teachers. Example include chapter and unit test, semester test, common test, final papers, reports, and presentations. Okay, they are also used by teachers to plan instruction. Okay, and next point is about the characteristic of summative assessment. The first one is purpose of a summative assessment is to document student competence, and then teacher tasks are to schedule, administer, and record performance. And the third point is the involvement of student is minimal, and then the student motivation is usually performance oriented, and learning emphasized are knowledge, comprehension, and application. And then degree of specificity of general, group oriented, and structure is rigid, organized, and formal. Okay, move to the next point is about planning summative assessment. Okay, the first one is about A is sampling of representative. Most summative assessment, with the exception is quizzes, measure a sample of what students have learned in the broader field of knowledge. It is uncommon, except of quizzes over short lessons, that you evaluate anything that is included in the domain with a unit or chapter exam. There is clearly not enough time to analyze and truth or ability. Instead, you will pick a sample of what students might know, and then conclude what the way they respond to a sample of items is representative of how they respond to additional items in entire domain. Okay. Next, the B point B is using the assessment blueprint. The preparation of an assignment blueprint or description is an essential phase in representative sampling. The set of requirements is beneficial since it shows which students are responsible for learning. When assessment items are based on this outline, there is a greater probability that sampling would be sufficient. You are basically going to able to look at the blueprint to see how the sampling worked out. Without a test blueprint or any sort of material outline, there's a tendency to oversample areas that you especially like and overwhelm the evaluation with a disproportionately large number of basic facts questions. Okay, next, number and length of assessment. The next step is determine how many different tests will be performed and how long each will be. This decision would depend on a variety of factors, including the age of students, the duration of classes, and the types of questions. One rule of thumb, however, is that the time allotted to the assessment should be adequate for all students to answer all questions within a very period. Generally speaking, we don't want to use accelerated exams. This is because accelerated exams, which enable students to respond as quickly as possible in order to achieve a high score, increase the likelihood that other variables such as anxiety and test taking abilities may affect the outcome. Okay, that's all of me. I'm so sorry, maybe there are a lot of mistakes. Okay, see you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.